I'm Mark Garza, and I'm with you today because my dad died of cancer. When I got the news he had cancer and doctors expected him to live for 6 to 8 months, I personally saw how one diagnosis can cause waves in all directions, ripping through so many lives. And as a son, I struggled to find help, where to even start. And at that, the cost of care seemed impossible for me. And when I finally did find therapy I could afford, counseling saved my life. After seeing this huge hole in cancer care, I found my purpose: to close this gap and help more families shaken by cancer find their Flatwater. I created the organization to cover 100% of the cost of therapy for families in need touched by cancer. To solve this access problem, Flatwater created a software platform to organize hundreds of therapists in a visual way so that case managers can very quickly help people in need find a match. And the therapists can send a monthly invoice over to Flatwater. A single person can keep all the therapists paid on time. And having matchmaking and intake and billing all in one spot means impact reporting happens instantly. Each program participant can be anonymous, so everybody's privacy is protected. Flatwater launched the initial version of this software in 2013, and it has been a game changer for our mission. Over $6 million worth of care has been covered by Flatwater Foundation using this very platform at no cost to families in care. If you put those sessions that we've covered end to end, you'd be looking at over 5.5 years of time. And we haven't hired a single extra person to grow 10x from 15 to 150 therapists. Think about that. Millions of dollars of invoices paid on time with data tracking and impact reporting by one program manager. There's just not a product out there that does what we do in the manner we do it, so simply. We're seeking $50,000 to enhance this software, to license it to other companies, and together we can change thousands of lives, accelerating access to mental health support. This money will cover the cost of app development and deployment, so the platform will be ready to power that change. For around $500 a month, small organizations can pay a fee to use our system and roll out networks of care with the same success we've delivered, with an intuitive platform that takes them only minutes to learn. It's a recurring revenue opportunity for Flatwater. We've calculated that with 9 customers, we can overcome our ongoing scalable costs and be profitable. And then 60% of that money that's collected for the use of the software is going to come right back here to the Flatwater Foundation in Austin and accelerate our impact, covering the cost of therapy for so many families that need your help. Thank you for your time.
I have some questions. Mark, thank you for your awesome pitch. It was really, really cool. My questions are around your market. So it says that you needed, I think, nine customers in your market, or 6. How many are you projected to have by the end of the year? And what's your full build out rate too?
For our pro forma, and we're looking at the unit economics, we're estimating at 6 months on board of if we have at that point, our goal would be 9 customers. At the first, 3 customers in the first 3 months, which we're already having those conversations, and essentially 24 months, as that graphic showed. And with that $500, this is based on a $499 or a $500 per unit licensing fee. That fee at $4,500 a month with those 9 gets us to $54,000. And at 24 customers in 24 months, we are looking at an MRR of $12,000, so $144,000 on the year. The great thing about it is our fixed costs are just that, with dev and support. The beauty of this software is, as I said there, in the last 9 years of using this, it's been me individually. So the operations behind it and the fixed costs, we're able to keep those low as we scale per customer.
Thank you. I have a follow-up question too,
Please,
and then I'll hand it off to my colleagues. Can you describe your target customer to this? I want to better understand who you're marketing to.
Yeah, thank you for that question. It's so exciting to me. So the target, when we do the research on this, we've spoken with organizations like Backline in Seattle or a Sims in Austin, organizations that are responsible for really helping right now in the time of need deliver that care, and need to organize an entire network of, for example, therapists that need to be matched with families in care. The beauty of this, as we have dug so deep in the past decade on the mental health side and see such a huge need there, but the overall target is anywhere where this circle can be closed. So where there's care that needs to be delivered and somebody that's willing to pay for it can make a match. Now, we have been very bullish on the mental health side of things for obvious reasons. The world is seeing this mental health attention like we've never experienced. I've done this 11 years. So it's not just with organizations like, for example, Backline, but also the opportunity to find grants to start organizations or groups that do what Flatwater does at other communities across the country to achieve scale, help more people get what we fund here in Austin nationally. And then also even group therapy practices have come to us about how they can add a philanthropic side of it. So our core at launch and go to market is with these groups providing mental health support and covering the cost.
Quick question, if there's time, are there any quality control filters in matching the therapist with the potential clients?
Great question. I love that. So one thing that's important to us is that a therapist that is wonderful for me might not be at all of value to you, or not in the same way. So with our network, we've individually vetted, visited, and gone to each and every office for a potential checklist of HIPAA compliance. And, overall, is this a place where I, for example, would go for care? As we grow, we see plugging into larger networks that have the opportunity to vet and screen. But also what's important is to allow a therapist in a match that isn't a good match to be replaced and then replaced again. So if a great match isn't made, the option to find the right therapist is the best way we can ensure quality matches and that those in care are getting the need that they really deserve.